Okay, so here we are at Betty Lake, and we just learned how to save places on the map of Betty Lake. And we did that for a reason, because I'm going to come out of here. When you start making bigger lakes, you really need save points. I'm going to come out. I'm going to load another one of my maps, and this one is yellow, brown, down 2. You've all seen this one before. I have loads of them. You've seen this one. It's a big map. It's not the biggest, but it's very big. This is basically a bayou. And in this bayou it goes on and on. There's all kinds of little mini islands and houses and many places you can save a place to fish. Like I could save this place. Come down here, get on the boat, go out fishing, or just fish from the docks or the chairs. Okay, so I did save this place. And over here, I put a tree stand in this tree and save that. So I'm going to show you real quick. Okay, we're gonna load the tree stand. So we're going to go up here to tree stand. Okay. Alright, so right in here somewhere we have tree stand. There it is, tree stand. So we're going to load that. Now you're on tree stand. This is the tree stand in the tree. Over there's that house. Down here is a collider, and I put the collider in. What a collider is if you go to constraint, a collider appears. You can put the collider in, it will keep you from sinking into the water. It'll give you a little safety band to walk on. So we're going to click play, and I'll show you how it works. I put a boat next to it, so like when you fall on here, you can go into the boat, and then either go out fishing with the boat, and go all over down Brown 2 Island. Or you can click B and come back up to the tree stand. So let's just give it a try here. So here we are, we're on the tree stand. And down below is where the collider is. You can't see it because it's invisible. And over there is the boat. So if we walk off the tree stand, we're on the collider. We fell into the water. We click E. We're in the boat. We can go out fishing all over down Brown Island, or we can click B and be back up in the tree stand. So we can jump off the tree stand. We can walk this way. We can walk this way. If we fall off the collider, we're in the water. But because we're by the boat, we can get in the boat. And that's why you put the boat next to the collider. There you go. So, these are save points that you can do. So here we are, we're in an inner tube, a life preserver. And what I did was I've taken the collider so that we don't sink into the water, and we sit right at the top of the life preserver. And basically, so you can fish right from the life preserver. Here, I'm going to click play. So it's loaded. And here we are right in the life preserver. So you can do that when you save. Hold on a minute. You could do that anywhere on this lake. And you could save a point from any save point. Like this was brown, this was yellow brown, and then it became all the other save points, but the other games are still there. So like we can save something from here, and this will still be here, and the other games will still be here. Like okay, anyways, I'm gonna come out of here. Go back into here. I'm gonna load yellow brown house. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Yellow brown house is basically the house with the boat. And you get the collider there, because you fall in, you can get in the boat, get back up on the dock. You can fish from here. You can fish from the other side. You can walk into the house. Fish from this side. So basically, we're going back out to the chairs. And I'm going to look at the chair here. And I'm going to put a collider right on that chair. Okay. Now I'm going to take the man, and I'm going to bring him over. I'm going to bring him over here. Bring him up onto the collider. This is so he doesn't sink through the chair. Okay, I'm going to bring him right up through the chair. Okay, now I'm going to save this as yellow brown chair. Why brown chair? So now YB chair, you have your chair, and I put the yellow collider right here on the chair and the man right on the collider. So the collider stops the man from falling through the chair. If the collider wasn't here, the man would be underneath the chair. So basically, it was quick play. And you're on the chair. There you go. So, you're fishing from the chair. Not that this is a good spot to fish from. You can come out of the chair and go to a better spot. And if you want to go back to the chair, what you would need to do that, again, the boat. Because when you go in the boat, it'll bring you back to your starting point. when you click B. So we're going to go in the boat, E, and we're going to go B. And B brings you back to your starting point on the chair where you save the game from, as saved as. So there you go. So you can go along and make games and add things and say, well, I don't really know if this is going to stay here, if I'm going to be able to delete this or not, because sometimes things are a little bit, there's some bugs in the game where you're adding something and it's the wrong size and you got to fight with it to get it right, and then you get it and you can't delete it. So you might want to save it as something else in case you change your mind on keeping it. But there you go. That's how you use a collider on save points, and that's how you use save points in a game. When you're making a bigger game, like this one here, this is a very big game. There's lots of places on here you haven't even seen. But I have bigger games. And when you're doing that, you want to save from places. I'll give you a quick example real quick. I'm going to come out of here, and I'm going to go, well, it's got to load first. I'm going to go to Massive Lake. And I'm going to give you 2 lessons in this one. Massive Lake. Will take a while to load because it's massive. So here we are at Massive Lake, folks. Gameplay. And this is massive. You can't tell how massive it is until I go into where we actually build the game. You got lakes, you got streams, you got brooks, you got it all in here. And there's a surprise, which I wanted to show you, which is another lesson. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of here. I'm going to go into where we make the lake. It takes a while to load because it's so massive. I'm using a lot of megabytes of memory and storage here. And the surprise thing I'm going to show you how to use takes up a lot of that memory. So here we are at Massive Lake, and what I'm going to do is look up at the sky, and I'm going to zoom into the sky so we can get an aerial view of the lake, which of course is so massive you can't get a view of the whole lake. But there's the lake. The lake goes on over here, and over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. It just keeps going. Right here you got a stream. Let's view into this little brook and stream. See a little stream here. Which goes into the lake. So yeah, it's pretty massive. And now here's a surprise. This wall right here in these houses, what they do is they keep everything within in here. This is where the terrain is. The train stops here, and this is a boundary to keep it from going off the train into no terrain at all. We're going to look up into the sky. can see, it just keeps going. The wall, as you move forward toward the end, the wall is there. It's blocking everything inside this one area. And it takes a lot of memory, but yeah, that's another lesson. You can use rock, you can use houses, any big obstacle all on the border to block everything inside so that your man cannot go outside of the terrain. And yes, I'm still building this. Quite a big lake, massive lake. Wicked massive. As you can see, it just keeps going. Of course, you get to the edge, the houses keep connecting. And so there's a lesson in another one. Here's the brook and stream. When you make this, you want to go like 10% of the depth. And then like add rocks in with painting rocks. A lot of detail goes into the game. And then we make rivers. The thing is, they don't give you a whole lot of objects in here, but you can make objects out of objects. Like this tree here, I could take this tree and push it into, I'm going to show you. Okay, I could copy this tree, duplicate it. And what I'm going to do is to show you. You can move it over here, move it over here, move it over here. Now I'm going to take it and push it into the ground. Making it a bush. See? Now you could do this like something like this. And something like this. We're going to make this one bigger. And then push it into the ground. Now you can do this underwater as well. And these things could become lily pads. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to save this. So there's your lesson for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Anything I can do to help, let me know. I can help you out with getting online in this game as well. I have had people come and play with me online. And that's another trick. Maybe I need to find somebody to help me make a video for that. But yeah, I've done that too. I've been doing this for a few years now, about 3 or 4 years. So I am a master of this editor. And if there's anything you need to know, let me know.